Picture this. You just got laid off from a job you thought was secure. Your relationship ended unexpectedly after years together. You received a medical diagnosis that turned your world upside down. Your business is failing despite all your hard work. Maybe you're dealing with crushing financial struggles that keep you awake at night. Perhaps you're going through a painful divorce, watching your family fall apart. Right now, as you're watching this, you might be in the middle of something that feels absolutely devastating. Something that has you questioning everything you thought you knew about life. And here's what I want you to know. That thing you're facing right now, that thing that feels like it's destroying your life, might actually be the greatest gift you'll ever receive. I know that sounds impossible. I know it sounds like empty positive thinking. You might be thinking, easy for you to say. You're not going through what I'm going through, but stick with me for the next 10 minutes, because I'm going to show you something that will completely change how you see every challenge, every setback, and every apparent disaster in your life. Most of us have been conditioned to see adversity as the enemy. We've been taught that life should be smooth, that problems are obstacles to overcome, and that when bad things happen, we're supposed to suffer through them until we can get back to normal. This conditioning creates a massive problem. We spend most of our lives in resistance to the very experiences that are designed to help us grow. Think about it. When something goes wrong, what's your first reaction? Most people immediately label it as bad, wrong, or unfair. They resist it, fight against it, and desperately try to get back to where they were before. This resistance is like trying to swim upstream against a powerful current. It's exhausting, it's futile, and it keeps you stuck in the very situation you're trying to escape. But here's what I've discovered after decades of studying success, resilience, and human potential. Every single adversity, without exception, contains within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Not sometimes, not maybe. Every single time. The bigger the adversity, the more devastating it feels. The bigger the potential benefit hidden within it. This isn't just feel-good philosophy. This is a universal principle that operates whether you believe in it or not. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. A friend of mine was a successful corporate executive for 15 years. She had the corner office, the six-figure salary, the respect of her peers. Then, during a company restructuring, she was unexpectedly let go. At 52 years old, she felt like her career was over. For months, she was devastated, angry, and terrified about her future. But here's what happened next. Without the security of her corporate job, she was forced to examine what she really wanted to do with her life. She realized she had always dreamed of starting her own consulting business, but had been too comfortable and scared to take the leap. That layoff, which felt like the end of the world, became the catalyst for her to build a business that not only replaced her corporate income, but tripled it within 2 years. More importantly, she found fulfillment and purpose she had never experienced in the corporate world. The layoff wasn't her problem. Her reaction to the layoff was her problem. Once she shifted her perspective and began looking for the opportunity hidden within the challenge, everything changed. This isn't just motivational speaking. There's solid, peer-reviewed science behind this principle. Researchers in the field of post-traumatic growth have discovered that many people who experience significant adversity actually emerge stronger, more resilient, and more capable than they were before. Studies involving thousands of participants show that people who learn to reframe challenges as opportunities develop what psychologists call antifragility. They don't just survive difficulties, they actually get stronger because of them. Dr. Richard Tedeschi and Dr. Lawrence Calhoun, who coined the term post-traumatic growth after studying trauma survivors for decades, found that people who experience major setbacks often report 5 key areas of improvement: a greater appreciation for life and what truly matters, deeper relationships, increased personal strength and confidence, spiritual development, and a stronger sense of purpose, and new possibilities they never would have considered before the crises. The neuroscience backs this up too. When we're in our comfort zone, our brains operate on autopilot, using familiar neural pathways. But when we face adversity, our brains are forced to create new neural connections, literally rewiring themselves to find creative solutions. This neuroplasticity means that challenges actually make us smarter, more creative, and more adaptable. Brain scans show increased activity in problem-solving areas in people who've successfully navigated significant challenges. But here's the crucial part. These benefits don't happen automatically. They only occur when we change our relationship with adversity. Instead of seeing challenges as things that happen to us, We need to see them as things that happen for us. So how do you actually do this? How do you train yourself to see adversity as opportunity when everything inside you is screaming that this is a disaster? Let me give you 3 practical techniques that you can start using immediately. First, practice the seed question. Whenever something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" which puts you in victim mode, ask, "What is this here to teach me?" Or what opportunity is hidden in this situation? This simple shift immediately moves your brain from victim mode to opportunity mode. Your brain is like a search engine. It'll find whatever you ask it to look for. Second, use the future gratitude technique. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 5 years from now, looking back at this current challenge with complete gratitude, because you can see how it led to something amazing. What would that future version of yourself be grateful for? What doors did this adversity open? What strengths did it help you develop? This technique helps you borrow perspective from your future self. Third, implement what I call adversity archaeology. Just like an archaeologist carefully excavates to find hidden treasures, you need to dig systematically into your challenges to find the gold. Make a list of every potential benefit, skill, connection, or opportunity that could emerge from your current situation. Be wildly optimistic. The benefits are there. You just need to train yourself to see them. Here's a real example of how this works. A small business owner I know had his restaurant destroyed in a fire. Everything gone. Equipment, inventory, customer relationships he'd built over a decade. Initially, he was devastated. But when he applied these techniques, when he stopped resisting and started looking for the opportunity, he realized the fire had given him something he never would have chosen but desperately needed. A complete fresh start. Instead of rebuilding the same restaurant, he used the insurance money to create a completely new concept that had been brewing in his mind for years. The new restaurant became so successful that he was able to open 3 more locations. He now says the fire was the best thing that ever happened to his business. When you master this skill of finding opportunity in adversity, several remarkable things happen. First, you become virtually unstoppable because setbacks no longer derail you. They redirect you. Second, you develop unshakable confidence because you know you can turn anything into something beneficial. Third, you start attracting more opportunities because your energy shifts from resistant to optimistic. Fourth, you stop being a victim and become the architect of your destiny. People who have mastered this approach don't live charmed lives without problems. Instead, they've learned to dance with whatever life brings them. They understand that the universe isn't punishing them with challenges. It's sculpting them through challenges. Think about diamonds. They're created under intense pressure and extreme heat deep within the earth over millions of years. That pressure isn't the enemy of the diamond. It's the very force that creates its brilliance and strength. The same is true for you. The pressure you're experiencing right now isn't trying to break you. It's trying to create something magnificent. I want to leave you with this thought. Your current adversity isn't a detour from your path. It is your path. It's not delaying your success. It's creating the foundation for a level of success you never could have imagined without it. So here's your challenge for the next 7 days. I want you to completely flip your relationship with whatever challenge you're currently facing. Every morning for the next week, spend 5 minutes writing down at least 3 potential benefits or opportunities that could emerge from your current situation. Don't worry if they seem far-fetched at first. The goal is to train your brain to look for possibilities instead of problems. And I want to hear about your experience. In the comments below, tell me about a past adversity that you now see as a blessing in disguise. Or share what challenge you're currently facing and what potential opportunities you're starting to see within it. Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Remember, every master was once a complete disaster, and every expert was once a confused beginner. Your adversity isn't your enemy. It's your teacher, your trainer, and your greatest ally in becoming who you're meant to be. If this powerful message resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more wisdom that can transform your life. And remember, the seed of your greatest success is hidden in your current struggle. Your job is simply to water it with the right perspective. The question isn't whether you'll face adversity in your life. You absolutely will. The question is whether you'll let it defeat you or develop you. The choice, as always, is entirely yours.